Hello everyone, this video is EL6303 Homework 9, and this video is about problem 1. Let's see the question. Suppose WT is a stochastic process with EWT equals to 0 and RT1, T2 equals alpha minimum of T1, T2. Define YT is equals to WT minus 1. For t greater than or equal to 1, and we want to find the E of t yt and the r t1 t2, and if yt is WSS. So let's see the answers. For EYT is equals to E of WT minus 1, and this is equal to EWT minus EWT minus 1, so this is equal to 0. And for RYT1 T2 is equals to E of YT1 and YT2, and this is equals to we know YT. And so this is equals to WT1 minus WT1 minus 1 times WT2 minus WT2 minus 1. And we do this one by one. And this is equals to WT1 times WT2 minus WT1 times WT2 minus 1 minus WT1 minus 1 times WT2 and plus WT1 minus 1 times WT2 minus 1, and this part is equals to RWT1 T2. This part is equal to RWT1 T2 minus 1, and this part is equals to RWT1 minus 1 T2, and this part is equals to RWT1 minus 1 T2 minus 1. So that we can put RW into this formulation, then we have this. And then we consider all the situation. If T2 less than T1 and T2 less than T1 minus 1, and we have this figure here. This is T1 minus 1, T2 minus 1. So our T1 T2 is equals to alpha times T2 minus T2 plus 1 here, and the T2 here, and the T2 minus 1. So this is equal to 0. And if T2 less than T1 and T2 greater than T1 minus 1, so we have this figure here. So T1, T2, T1 minus 1, T2 minus 1. So RY T1, T2 is equals to alpha 1 minus T1 minus T2. Like this. And if T1 less than T2 and T minus 1 less than T2, so we have the figure here, then RY T1 T2 is equal to 0. And if T1 less than T2 and T1 minus 1 greater than T2, then we have this figure. So we also do this formulation, and we have RY T1 T2 is equals to alpha 1 plus T1 minus T2. So here we have RY T1 T2 is equals to 0 if T1 minus T2 greater than 1, and alpha, and this if T1 minus T2 less than 1. We already know that E of Ty is equals to 0, and RY T1 T2 is equals to RY tau. 1 tau is equals to T1 minus T2. So from this we can see that YT is WSS. So this is the question 1.